The galaxy believed humanity had reached its end. Earth was surrounded on every side. Massive alien fleets blocked the stars, forming a shining wall of metal and weapons. Human colonies were silent. Supply lines were broken. No reinforcements. From the halls of the Galactic Council, alien leaders watched Earth closely. They waited for one thing: surrender. For weeks, humans sent no message, no threats, no pleas. The silence made the Council uneasy, but they assumed fear had finally won. Then, without warning, a signal appeared. It came from Earth, the broadcast. Cut through every channel, every frequency, every system. Military networks, trade hubs, civilian screens. Across the galaxy, billions stopped what they were doing and looked up. This must be their surrender, many said. Just calm eyes and steady breathing. The background was dark, simple, and unmarked. The humans spoke. This is humanity's last broadcast. The words were slow and clear. The human did not beg for mercy. There were no offers of land or tribute, no cries for help. Instead, the speaker continued. You believe. We are defeated. You believe we have nothing left. That belief is your final mistake. Murmurs spread through council chambers and command bridges. Some laughed. Others leaned forward in silence. We do not send this message to threaten you. We send it to warn you. That single word changed everything. Sensors across the galaxy began to react. Small alerts at first. Minor energy spikes near Earth. Strange readings around human-controlled space. Alien technicians checked their instruments. Everything appeared normal. Too normal. Back on Earth, deep beneath cities and oceans, systems that had been silent for generations came online. Old machines awakened. Locked vaults opened. Power flowed through ancient cables. None of this was visible from space. The broadcast continued. If you advance, there will be consequences that cannot be undone, not just for us, but for all of you. The galaxy expected details, weapons, numbers, proof. None came. That made the warning worse. Alien commanders exchanged messages. Some demanded an immediate strike to end the performance. Others hesitated, unsure why a dying species would sound so calm. The human speaker took a slow breath. We have already lost worlds. We have already buried billions. We will not kneel to survive. The words hit harder than any threat. Behind the speaker, the lights dimmed slightly. Energy was being moved elsewhere, quietly and precisely. Across human space, satellites shifted position. Deep space platforms adjusted their orbits. Old structures once thought abandoned responded to coded signals. Alien long-range sensors detected something new, patterns, not weapons charging, not fleets moving, structures forming. The human looked directly into the camera. This is not a call for peace, the speaker said. This is your final chance to turn away. The signal ended. No explosion followed. No attack, just silence. In the Galactic Council, no one spoke. For the first time since the invasion began, no one was sure what to do next. Far beyond Earth, alien scouts reported strange distortions in space near human territory. Navigation. Systems showed errors where none should exist. Humanity had spoken. It was a line drawn across the stars. After the last broadcast, the galaxy waited for chaos. It never came. Earth did not attack. Human fleets did not charge forward. There was no final battle, no explosion to prove the warning was real. That silence made the alien leaders uneasy. Silence meant planning. Across the Galactic Council, analysts reviewed human history. They searched for hidden weapons, secret fleets, or forbidden technology. What they found was stranger. Humanity had always expected to lose, Long before the invasion, humans had studied the galaxy's behavior. Every rising species was tested. Every strong race was challenged. Every weak one was erased. Humans understood one truth early in their history. If they tried to dominate the stars, they would be destroyed. So they chose another path. Instead of building weapons to win wars, humans built systems to end them. Deep under Earth's surface, under cities, mountains, and oceans, massive structures existed that were never listed in any database. They were not factories or bunkers. They were control nodes. Their purpose was simple. If humanity ever faced extinction, these systems would activate. Not to destroy the enemy, but to change the battlefield itself. Across human space, ancient machines awakened fully for the first time. They were older than many alien empires. Built slowly, piece by piece. Hidden under normal civilian projects. Alien sensors began to notice strange behavior in nearby star systems. Gravity readings fluctuated slightly. Jump points showed minor instability. Communication delays appeared. Without reason. Nothing dangerous. Nothing obvious. That was the most frightening part. Alien commanders debated the meaning of the broadcast. Some believed it was a bluff meant to buy time. Others argued no species facing death would risk lying on such a scale. Still, the invasion continued. A forward alien fleet moved closer to Earth's inner defenses. Their goal was simple: force humans to react. They crossed another invisible line. At that moment, several human systems across multiple stars synchronized. No light, no sound, no flash. Just a change in space itself. The alien fleet felt it first. Navigation systems struggled to lock onto stable coordinates. Long-range scans returned conflicting data. Ships reported that known stars appeared slightly out of place. The fleet commander ordered a halt. Back on Earth, human leaders watched the data calmly. They did not cheer. They did not relax. This was only the first layer. The truth spread slowly among alien scientists. Humanity had built a network that could influence space-time at key points. Not enough to destroy star systems, but enough to control movement, trade routes, military lanes, escape paths. All could be closed. Humanity had designed a galaxy where war could not move forward. The Council demanded Earth explain itself. No answer came. Instead, a simple automated message repeated across human channels: "You were warned." Panic began to spread. Empires depended on fast travel to survive. Fleets without movement were useless. Supply lines without jump paths were death sentences. Some alien leaders called for an immediate retreat. Others pushed for total destruction before the systems fully activated. But even as they argued, more human structures came online. The galaxy finally understood the truth. Behind the last broadcast, humanity had not prepared to win. Humanity had prepared to make war impossible. And now, standing on the edge of that reality, the stars themselves seemed to wait to see whether the galaxy would listen or force humans to finish what they had started. The galaxy chose not to listen. Fear turned into anger. Pride overpowered caution. Several major empires decided the human systems had to be destroyed before they fully activated. If space itself was becoming a weapon, then humanity had to be erased quickly. A massive alien armada moved forward. Thousands of ships jumped toward Earth at once. It was the largest coordinated invasion in galactic history. Commanders believed speed would save them. Overwhelm the humans before their strange network could respond. They were wrong. The moment the armada crossed the final boundary, the human systems completed their activation. There was no explosion. No flash of light. Space shifted. Alien ships reported impossible errors. Stars appeared in the wrong positions. Distances between objects changed without warning. Jump drives failed mid-calculation. Fleets that should have arrived together were scattered across empty space. Some ships never arrived at all. The armada was broken without a single shot. Fired. Command channels flooded with panic. Fleet leaders screamed for coordinates that no longer existed. Navigation officers watched maps rewrite themselves in real time. On Earth, human commanders remained silent. Their faces showed no joy, only heavy understanding. This was the point of no return. Entire alien fleets found themselves trapped in regions of space that no longer connected to known routes. Supplies ran low. Rescue became impossible. Not because humans blocked them, but because space itself no longer allowed passage. The galaxy watched in horror. This was not war. This was control. Humanity had turned the battlefield into a locked room. Scientists across the stars finally understood the design. Humans had identified key points in space-time where travel depended on stability. Their network could weaken or strengthen those points at will. They did not destroy systems. They isolated them. A message finally came from Earth. Short, calm, unemotional. This is what our warning means. No threats followed, no demands, just truth. Alien leaders realized the terrible choice before them. Humanity could hold the galaxy in pieces forever. Trade would collapse. Empires would shrink into isolated islands. Entire civilizations would fade in silence, or humans could reverse it. The trapped fleets began sending desperate messages. Not for victory. Not for glory. For mercy. On Earth, leaders debated for the first time. Not about strategy, but about responsibility. They had built this system to protect life, not to rule the stars. The galaxy held its breath. Humanity had proven the warning was real. Now, the stars waited to see what choice humans would make to lock the galaxy in fear, or give it one last chance to walk away. Every commander knew the truth. Humans could control the galaxy without firing a single shot. Entire trade routes, military lanes, even escape paths, everything could be blocked, trapped, or twisted. For the first time, fear replaced pride. Across command bridges, officers argued. Some urged an all-out attack anyway. Others begged for retreat. The longer they hesitated, the more human systems spread their influence, and then the second broadcast came, short, direct, unmistakable. Leave our space, or remain part of it forever. The meaning was clear. Advance, and your fleets would be trapped in isolated regions of space indefinitely. Your armies would be cut off from supply lines. Not a single planet could escape. The armada froze. Confusion and panic spread faster than signals could travel. Fleet commanders debated, but the truth was undeniable. Humans had given them a choice, but the choice was not empty. Some attempted to test the threat. Small scout ships pushed forward, only to vanish in strange energy distortions. Communication blackouts followed. Fleet morale shattered. Step by step, one by one, alien fleets began to withdraw. Then the others. They did not strike, they only observed. Their dreadnoughts, their control nodes, and their silent grids held position, demonstrating their power without aggression. The galaxy realized what it had never expected. Humans had built a system capable of ending war, not destroying life. A galaxy-wide failsafe that forced invaders to reconsider their actions. As fleets departed, human networks slowly powered down. Systems returned to their hidden slumber. Space returned to normal, but the memory of the event remained. Every star system that had felt the pressure carried a silent warning. Underestimate humanity at your own risk. Back on Earth, the leaders finally breathed. The choice had been theirs to give, and they had chosen restraint. Humanity could have reshaped the galaxy in fear, but instead, It had allowed life to continue. And the stars learned an unforgettable truth. Humanity does not fight to dominate. Humanity fights to survive and to remind others that survival comes with responsibility. Even as alien fleets returned to their home worlds, the story of the last broadcast spread. Legends would call it a warning. Others would call it a miracle. But everyone knew one thing for certain. Humanity's choice had rewritten the rules of the galaxy. The last broadcast was no longer just a message. It was a lesson. The galaxy was, not because humans had destroyed their enemies, but because everyone remembered the last broadcast. Alien fleets returned to their home systems slowly, cautiously. Plans of invasion were abandoned. Colonies once considered vulnerable now prepared for isolation rather than attack. Across the stars, governments studied the events with fear, respect, and disbelief. Humanity, meanwhile, did not celebrate. Deep under oceans, inside mountains, and within ancient orbital stations, machinery powered down. The human race had shown its strength without aggression, and now it stepped back. Life on Earth continued as usual. The last broadcast was not a declaration of war. It was a statement. Humanity would survive, and the galaxy would respect its boundaries. Across the stars, alien historians recorded a new truth. For the first time, humanity was not seen as weak, nor as a species to conquer. And wise a civilization capable of controlling outcomes without resorting to mass destruction. And the Galactic Council. Debates continued, but the tone had changed. Species. Instead, every discussion began with caution. Do not test them. Remember what happened. Young alien cadets studied humanity's tactics for generations. Hold the power to change the entire galaxy. Fear was tempered by respect, and respect by knowledge. And somewhere, deep in the dark between stars, the last broadcast lingered a ghost of warning and restraint. To control it, humanity had not conquered the galaxy. It had rewritten the rules. It had shown that survival could coexist with mercy, and that power did not always need to be wielded to be respected. The galaxy never forgot. Humanity does not threaten. Humanity warns. And when it does, every star listens. Silence returned to the cosmos. But this time, it was a silence born of caution, not ignorance. The last broadcast had echoed through the ages, a signal of patience, preparedness, and the quiet strength of a civilization that refused to surrender not out of pride, but out of responsibility. And in that silence, humanity waited, not for revenge, not for conquest, but for the day the galaxy might forget the lesson. Until then, the stars knew one truth. Humanity had the final word.